Ladies and gentlemen, episode 57 of the EE Powertalk. My name is Daddy Blessing.
Ladies and gentlemen, episode 57 of the EE Powertalk. My name is Elvis.
Yeah, man.
Uh-huh.
Karibu sana.
Thank you.
To our viewers. And by the way, we have never told people to subscribe. I have realized in all the 56 episodes, we have never requested people to subscribe. And in our analytics, I think 70% of the people that watch us have not yet subscribed.
Have not subscribed.
Yeah, so subscribe.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Yes.
This is the first time I'm saying that.
Yeah, me too.
You know the funny thing is that I don't know why naonanga kama ifanyangi kazi.
Subscribe to, but it
okay,
does.
It might trigger you to do something.
Yeah, because of a returning viewer, they might because once you start viewing this nini kind of content, YouTube will recommend even if you have not subscribed. So you will think you have subscribed. So when we tell people to subscribe, that's when they will notice. So just subscribe.
But this is just subscribe.
So subscribe.
Okay, subscribe to our YouTube channel, guys. Like, share. I think sharing is also very good.
Yeah. By the way, looking at the analytics, last year, our podcast was shared over 1,000 times.
The podcast was shared over 1,000 times. That's amazing.
So, for those of you who put it in the status in the groups, kuna wazazi. I used to send picture za mzaya akinitumia na niambia my sons are watching this. I told them to watch this, and it is very heartwarming.
But it's very good, by the way. You know, when we began this particular podcast, you were saying that we mostly lack serious discussions on matters that pertain to people development and growth. And being at episode 57, ni Mungu. First of all, and thank you to each and every person who tunes in. Asante sana. We've now transitioned to long form. Yeah, long form. And I'm loving it because at least we are taking our time with matters that really matter. As opposed to trying to hit a few episodes during the day of the shoot. So now, there is a document Bona Director shared with us, and it caught our attention. The World Economic Forum Future of Jobs Report 2025. Yes, I think people in finance, people in HR, people in skills and all those things. That is a document that has been talked about for the better part of last week. You know, honestly, a person like me should have read that document, but nimeisoma leo for the first time. And one thing is that you see the things we talk about on social media, telling people to be prepared for a major shift. Yes. And you've seen that 59% of the people who are at work right now, by 2030, they'll need to reskill. Yeah, to reskill, or they'll be jobless. Because why do you need like some of the basic things like cashier, you realize that slowly technology is replacing that. Yeah. But someone who is technologically competent, mtu anajua hizi vitu, this person has a better chance than this person who doesn't have an idea of what this is. Actually, speaking of even cashiers, have you been to a bank lately? Bank nowadays, like a whole bank is being run by 5 people. It's minimalist. Yeah, like the most people you will see maybe in customer service, but cashiers, everything is machines. You want to withdraw, unapata mtu wa service hapa nakwambia, okay, you want to withdraw, there is no need of you going to the teller. We have a machine there, you do your thing. There are mobile applications, there are web applications. I mean, nowadays hata nimerealize that I think you've heard of how people can transfer money easily from bank account to bank account. Sure. So why do I need to go to the bank? Bankers check and all those things. In fact, you realize that nowadays customer service is so good. You've noted, there's a day I tested, nikaamka 3 a.m. Yes. I had nothing to ask. Nikapiga simu to my bank. Someone received the call. Yeah. Anaongea akiwa na usingizi, yes, but the call was received and I was nilisaidiwa in quotes. You know those guys, I think because of how easy technology has made things, before you even call them, after you've given out your details, they know exactly where your problem is. Funny thing is that when you call, these guys already have your details. Yeah. They know, you're calling about a transaction, blah, blah, blah. No, you have to wait for this period, or there is a system downtime. Like they have that information on hands, as opposed to Kitambo. Kitambo you could call, give the name of the area chief, give the name of the watchman, mulifanya nini jana na yule. And at the end of the day, you won't be helped after 15 minutes long call. True, by the way. Now, from the document itself, I summarized it using ChatGPT. We have to give credit to AI again,
which has been a major point of discussion in the document itself.
Exactly. Like artificial intelligence is one thing that people need to understand.
Yes.
So, what is changing in the job market? Number one, technology is king. Businesses are using artificial intelligence, robots, and automation more than ever.
You saw what Elon Musk did?
Manze?
That guy has a robot that you can buy and forget about ever creating friends with anyone else.
Unaongea nayo?
Yeah. I think it's called, I've forgotten the name of that robot.
Now, in the same part of talking about technology being king, jobs like AI specialists, big data analysts, and cybersecurity experts are in high demand. Routine jobs like cashiers, clerks, and data entry roles are shrinking because machines can now do these particular tasks.
Yes.
What do you think about that?
Well, it is fascinating and shocking at the same time, because the corner office jobs, most of them, it's all about data entry.
Umeanza kungoa na ni tuko Januari ama nijua.
There is something about the tea in the morning. You see, even the director knows. He is lifting up the cup. He knows what he does. You are the enemy of my progress. Now, even the corner office jobs, most of them are data entry focused. So if you have a system that is streamlined such that once data is entered, even pulling it up is a matter of seconds. Why do you need clerks in each and every stage? You only need like one person to be operating those prompts, and everything about whatever it is that you want to look is there presented. Be it medical data, be it financial data, be it whatever that involves data. You won't need the direct intervention or manpower. Ati ni mtu anaenda handle files kwa store. Have you ever gone to these quote unquote old government parastatals? Unapata mzee with all due respect, mzee wa 70 years ndio ametumwa kwa store aende angalie file sijui ilikuwa in 1712.
Don't even go to government parastatals. Go to the Department of Immigration.
Yes.
Bro, I was in Embu.
Yeah.
Hey, first of all, those guys are rude like hell. Rude ka kitu ingine. Before usaidike hapo, noma. And then, you see, some of the things that surprise me is that the government is not catching up with technology.
That's the problem.
I mean, something like passport application, I don't even think you need nowadays to have people go to a certain place.
Yes.
People have smartphones.
Yes.
Kwani, how long does it take for you to scan your documents, upload them? And then probably now, when it comes to you collecting your passport,
yes,
Huduma centers are all around. So
yes.
Why don't you invest in infrastructure to just make sure that Huduma centers are places for people? And you see, technology is here to help.
Yes.
Say artificial intelligence. Have you tried to open like a money market fund account?
Yeah.
Do you even have to write any paper?
Nothing.
Like
even your KYC is very simple.
Even like taking a photo is like this.
Yeah.
But you see, the thing is, I think the guys who are actually in charge of this are afraid they will lose their jobs.
That's the thing.
And you see, it's inevitable. It's inevitable. By 2030, they will be out of the workplace.
The other day, I was cruising around with a friend's car, and a police officer stopped me. Iko license? I just opened my NTSA app and I showed him. Abana, I want a physical license. I was like, kwani unaishi inchi gani? My friend, what you see here is what is in the physical.
Even insurance policies nowadays, you don't even need. But okay, it's good to have the sticker.
Yeah.
But having a soft copy is also good.
I'm of the opinion that even the passport shouldn't be a hard copy.
Wenyewe hata ikipotea, that's another stress.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a hard copy. Reason, if you can walk around with a SIM card that holds all your data, how hard is it to integrate all your data in a simple government app? Like when you have eCitizen, when you're walking all over the world, all your documents are supposed to be there, typically. Yeah. So I don't understand why we still go with what do we call them? Hard copies, because there should be a system that when you're checking out of the country, instead of the physical stamp, they key in data on your records that the Department of Immigration has dealt with you, as opposed to working with the I don't know how many pages of a passport, just to be showing up, to be showing stamps. Like they tell you, with this kind of passport, you have this and this amount of travels that you can do outside the country or outside the continent. After you've finished this, now it's time to renew, because technically that's what happens. Ukimaliza stamps, when your passport is fully stamped, you have to renew it.
You have to renew it.
So why don't they put a limit as to how many times you can check out or check in a country? All of it digital.
I mean, digitization is something that we should actually be having.
But you see now, there is someone who has a tender of
kuprint makaratasi.
Yes.
Haezi taka hiyo kitu happen. But you see, it's inevitable.
Yeah.
You see, this guy, instead of continue to have that kind of mentality, why don't they start doing research? Like, recently, I was trying to think of something. Na it really ilinifanya hadi nikasikia kama akili italipuka.
Yeah.
I sat down and thought about the number of police officers who are in Kenya. And I thought about how these guys can be learning digital skills.
Yes.
Because for me, I don't know, I am just fascinated by police officers.
I like them.
I have police officers who come and text me and tell me they want to learn a digital skill.
Yeah.
I have one who is already doing graphics for his church.
Yeah.
And I sat down and thought, what if something was created, like a digital platform for them?
Yes.
To just learn these skills. And like ukiingia policy, it's mandatory for you to take up at least one skill set.
Yes. Digital.
A digital skill.
Yes.
Most of these guys don't even know how to operate computers. They don't even have communication skills.
Yes.
What if all that was put in one system and the government doesn't even have to do it? It gets private enterprises to develop that.
Yeah.
Not Safaricom, because I think everything the government thinks about apps and everything, they rush to Safaricom. I mean, there are people who can create that seriously.
Yes.
And I sat down and thought about the change or the impact that would have.
Tremendous.
Do you know how many police officers would be like 2030? Okay. Kimeumana.
Yes.
But it's okay. I had learned a few skills. Nilikuwa nimezibeba hapa.
Yeah.
I'm a data analyst. You can imagine a police officer who also carries something. Akona skill set.
Yes.
Like I look at that and I'm so like someone who feels like this is the way we should be heading.
Yes.
Because for me, I believe in, like, for example, even teachers. People like teachers should be among the highest paid people in Kenya.
Very true.
Police officers should be among the highest paid people in Kenya.
Yes.
Among the lowest paid people should be MPs because they do nothing. They just
do
steal.
nothing. Actually, by the way,
they should be among unagongwa ka 50k kako kakukula na kulala. So that now people are not motivated to get into politics.
Yes.
To steal. They are motivated to go and serve.
Yes.
And implement policies that help the people.
Yes.
But now, because of greed, people prefer to get into steal.
Yeah.
I was looking at this current situation, and I'm wondering, how the hell doesn't Parliament sit down and discuss something like this on the changing job market?
You see, there is a certain mentality that Africans have, unfortunately. Anything that we don't understand, we oppose it. Instead of giving it, like listening to understand, we listen to, first of all, criticize, give our old answers, and prove that our old ways can still work. I believe even the days that even when you track how technological improvements have been received in Kenya specifically, when the first mobile phone came, people said they were worshipping.
Ilikuwa gani hiyo? Ilikuwa there was a Siemens and kina Motorola.
The Sagem.
The big phone ilikuwa na kisikio.
Because you couldn't explain to people how is someone in Nairobi speaking to someone in Mashamba via apana. So anyone who had a mobile phone, they were worshipping the devil, and that's why they are talking with people who are not here. Yes.
I think we need to stop being so rigid.
The rigidity is the problem. So now, the reason why MPs cannot discuss that, first of all, they don't understand it. The few that are educated, they don't want to be smarter than anyone else because, again, politics is a dirty game. You outsmart people, they show you dust, unfortunately.
But you see, that's also a sign of being a coward.
Yeah, but you see now, politics in Kenya, I think... for lack of a better word, government is overrated. Once you get in there, you see how the weather is. That's why we wonder, why was this guy so vocal? But the moment he entered parliament, he was silent all of a sudden. Because you find systems there that are crazy. Systems are replaced by other systems. You can't come with noise and expect to replace and to change anything. That's why each and every era, there will be a revolution. You see, even after we die, there will be a revolution. Our children will lead another revolution. We are leading a revolution. Their children will lead another revolution until the generation that will come with a new system to completely dismantle the current system. As long as those they are called the old guards are still having the keys to the old system, there's nothing we can do. There is nothing much we can accomplish, because at the end of the day, look at the people that are spearheading these beautiful revolutions with ideas, brilliant ideas. But once they present those ideas to quote unquote relevant authorities, people who can implement them, those people look at you and they say, okay, it is logical what you are saying, but now huku vitu zinaendanga hivi. This is what you think, but vitu zinaendanga hivi. I truly believe that some leaders are truly having the urge to help people, but it's beyond their control. It is beyond their control because they can't do anything.
But you think that is also dangerous? It's quite dangerous.
It is.
Because, you know, if you have the ability and you don't speak or you don't even act,
you see, they weigh the options. At the end of the day, sometimes you look out for yourself.
That's selfish. Very, very selfish.
Yeah.
Very, very. In fact, like I was thinking, you know, I came to realize you don't have to wait for the government.
You don't have to.
That's the thing. That's the thing. I was really shocked because, like, currently I've been running AI productivity classes.
Yes.
And I have 130. Let me just confirm at the moment how many people who are in those classes. Bwana Director, I think you're also part of the classes, yeah? Yeah, we normally do, 136. 136.
Yeah.
149, actually. 149. We are 149 students.
Yes.
And we are understanding everything there is about artificial intelligence and how AI can actually be used, both in what we do. Like, for example, yesterday we were talking about an AI tool called Notion.
Yes.
Notion, it's actually a tool that it's an AI productivity note taker. You can do research with it. It's a very good tool.
Yeah, you can set, what are they called? How you can plan your day.
Yeah, you can plan your day, you can structure your day, you can create workflows over there.
Yes.
And I sat down and thought, how easy is this? Because, like, when I have that particular class, I can dispense that class to around 50,000 people on the internet for free. How long would the government take to think of doing the same thing?
First of all, there are crazy bureaucracies. Because everyone wants to eat.
Strategies.
Everyone, hakunanga mambo za strategy. The problem is everyone wants to eat. You see? And in this process of everyone wanting to eat, that's why these things are delayed. Like, let's say, for example, you are a head of a certain corporation. Of course, you are corrupt. You can't be corrupt alone. For that secret to stay there, even the tiniest person with the tiniest rank, hata 500 yake itamfikia. So that mambo ikae. Yes.
But anyway,
it's a very bad thing to admit, but it's happening. So the earlier we get the know-how that these things are happening, the better.
Sure.
And the problem is, do you know why we deal with things na kifua then kinaturamba sisi? Because we don't know how to set up systems ourselves.
We don't know.
We don't.
We learn. I think what we know to do is copy systems.
Yes.
And that's one thing I also realized. You know, the creator economy, I also believe, is part of this whole saga.
Yes.
Because now, something like personal branding. Do you know right now, you can be employed not because of your papers, but because of your personal brand.
Correct.
I've gotten job offers. Naenda nasikia napewa 100,000.
Yes.
And I ask the person, wait a minute, I don't even have the certifications for all this stuff. Why do you want to hire me? And unasikia the reason they want to hire you is because of your personal brand. And there is something I also learned recently, that companies are fascinated to work with people who are on social media.
Yeah.
Like, I'm in digital marketing.
Yes.
Usually I try to look for a job. How easy it was for me.
Now, you have already showed that you can get the job done.
Bro, like I was applying and someone called me. Like, see, unaona venye unakaanga like 3 hours, 3 days, 4. Me napata response within 1 day.
Yeah.
I was told, hey, hello Elvis, it would be amazing to have you.
Yes.
It would really be. Then you're like, how comes? I think the thing is, people should first of all invest in building yourself.
Correct.
I think we need to be attracting jobs, not the other way around.
Because I think, but if we don't really work on building our skill set, we'll be part of that data.
Sure.
Each and every time you see a statistic come out, just know, hata wewe ukisileki kidogo, you'll be part of that statistic.
You'll be part of that. Now listen to this. Here are some of the top skills in demand according to the document.
Yeah.
Number 1 is critical thinking. That is analyzing and solving problems.
Did I tell you people that you can be paid to think?
Exactly. Like Said, recently I was having this situation. Most people in a company,
yes,
they don't think. They look for someone else to think for them.
That's the thing.
Tutafanya nini sasa?
Tutafanya nini?
And that's why I realized there's a person who is like an operations manager, and then kuna hao wengine juniors wote.
Yes.
And I was shocked recently to learn that if you're a junior and you're a critical thinker, it is easy for you to take over the job of the operations manager. But since the operations manager doesn't want you to take the job,
yes,
anakukanyagia, stay in your place.
Stay in your place.
Skill number 2, adaptability, being flexible and ready for change.
Yeah.
Kuna mtu alimaliza degree 2008, but they still expect to get a job right now with their papers.
They are still sending CVs. Mungu aonekanie.
Mtu ameandika CV, like someone has written close to 1,000 CVs.
Yes.
And they are still looking for a job. Adaptability. Like, mimi nilikwambia nilifanya procurement.
Yes.
Someone thinks I did tech.
When I tell people that my area of expertise is really just people skills, they are like, okay, so what did you study in university? Which university?
Mimi sikuingia.
I never went. Me, I went to the University of YouTube. I love to read. I read a lot. And when I read, you see, someone said each and every information that you're looking for is hidden in a book somewhere.
And Africans don't like reading books.
And yes, Africans don't like reading books. So when I understood how to deal with people, that's it. Because there is a French saying that says, adonyoido.
Watu ndio vitu, for those who probably might not get the French.
Yes. Watu ndio vitu. And the moment you understand who has your money and how to get it out of their pockets by providing value to them, that's all that you need in this market.
Very, very important. Let me talk about tech skills. They are still discussed in that document.
Correct.
Cyber security, artificial intelligence.
Yes.
And the funny thing, the use of digital tools.
Yes.
Bro, Google Workspace, Google Drive, Google Docs, Google Sheets,
Google Meet.
All these are things that people need to understand how to use.
Yes.
Usually, I was making a video telling people that stop focusing on the big titles.
Yeah.
You're focusing on becoming an artificial intelligence generalist, professional. Lakini ukiambiwa record screen kwa lapi, you don't even know how to do that. Someone is told, create a meeting using Zoom.
Yes.
They don't even know how to start. They don't even know where to start. They don't know what to do.
And I can tell you, because of that informational gap, there are many people who are going to make a killing. Google Meet, Google all those things, apart from the premium packages that are bought by companies and all that, hii ingine ya kutumiwa na wananchi, it's all free. But because of the information gap, there are going to be a lot of people that are going to make money teaching those soft skills that people are not willing to go and learn by themselves.
True.
And I can't judge them. In fact, if you are a good teacher in Google Meet, Google Workspace, go ahead and teach it.
Bros, I'm teaching those things.
Yes, go ahead and teach it, because there are needed skills. And there are practical skills that will help people. Now, if you're out there and you're just overwhelmed by these things, look for a person who can teach you. Mi naambianga watu, there is no loss in paying for a course for someone to teach you something that you don't know. Because when you are taught by someone, mi ukinifunza unidanganye, I will come to you, Elvis. Hey boss, how you taught me this and how I'm seeing these things being operated is not the same formula that you gave me. At least I can locate you and say, apana, what you taught me was a lie, right? As opposed to me struggling to grab information out of nowhere. Who will I go to blame?
I think, get someone to teach you, get someone to mentor you.
Teach you.
Video editing.
Yes. Personally, but I'm quite hesitant. I think ni uzembe. I'll be honest. Because most of the time, even with the attitude that people come with, video editing is not a skill you pick up one day.
Exactly. Not even, it's not only video editing. Yes. Any other skill.
Any other skill. It's not a skill you enroll in a course, you learn today, tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, you enroll, you start looking for jobs. I have a guy called Steven. I know he'll watch this. I've been mentoring that guy in graphic design for the last 3 months. The work that he's doing right now. Abu, give me that phone. That guy has been sending me things of the progress that he's making. I think I had showed you last year.
Oh yeah, you showed
where
me.
He was. The same guy. The same guy. Where he is right now. He's designing logos, and I'm like, okay. I didn't sit him down and tell him here and here. For the basics, I told him now. Start with Illustrator. Illustrator is a simple tool. It has this and this and this and this and this. He went, did his research, came back to me after he was done with Illustrator. Now, I've been sending you what I've been doing in Illustrator. Now, can I go to Photoshop? Now, I told him, yeah, you can go to Photoshop. Photoshop, you can use it for photo retouching. You can use it for graphic design. Here are the tools here. Brush, all those things. Gradient, all those things. Mockups. Now, what he can do because of that initiative that he took in 3 months. Sasa wewe unataka uenroll kwa course ya DB. Yenye atakulipisha comfortably 10,000 without blinking. Sasa unataka ukimaliza hiyo course ya 1 month ukuwe una charge the same as what DB could be charging, maybe in videography. Ukuwe na the same clientele as what I have. The journey of videography, let me not lie to you.
It's not an easy one.
It's not an easy one. The first day I pick up, I took a camera to record. And by camera, I mean a gadget that has a camera. My very first video, I did it 9 years ago with a mobile phone. That is where my journey of videography started. Videography paid me 7 years later. 7.
I don't think people are willing to be patient enough.
They are not.
Mimi, I also recommend that if you're learning this skill, especially these skills that will put you ahead before 2030,
yes,
is you need to have the grace and the sufficiency of reduced instant gratification.
Big time.
There are guys who want to learn a skill and in 3 days time, you're making money from it.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense like that. You need to be a master in what you do. And as a master, it takes you like 10,000 hours. 10,000 hours is like close to 2 years, yeah?
Yeah. That's what I tell people. 10,000 hours actually take a 1 hour of productivity daily. Those are not 2 years. Those are many years.
That's a long time. Eh?
That's a very long time.
That's a long time. Hey, but
if you 10,000 hours.
Okay.
It's a very long time. It's a couple of years. It's years and years of experience.
Let me take the calculator. 10,000 divided by a day has 24 hours.
Yeah.
416 days. 400 That's days. 1 year and close to a few days, like 50 days there.
Yeah. So now, no, you have taken 10,000 kama uko fully focused for 24 hours. Do this.
No, I'm saying it's 416 days. So that's why nasema, like probably in a period of 5 years, you need to invest at least 416 days.
Yes. Straight. Without thinking about where and how this skill will pay you. I like listening to Philip Karanja, the co-founder of Philip Production, together with this guy, Abel Mutua. When you listen to Philip, he had to take take a break from producing TV shows for close to 2 years to reevaluate himself. Like, go back to the drawing board. Hey, I've been doing this and this and this. Like, I have been shooting things, but I'm not making money.
What am I doing?
Yes, like, I'm getting paid, but I'm not making money, because there is a difference. Mimi kuna mtu aliniambia hivyo iliniuma, but I came to know the difference later. My guy, you are paid, you don't make money.
You're getting paid, unaingisha inatoka.
Yeah, yes, that's the thing.
But making money, you have money that you can have, like you can use the 50-30% rule.
Yeah.
And you can say that I'm financially stable.
About financial stability, because that is something also we are starting to learn. Me personally, I'm starting that. Like, I've been in that journey. The small that I'm making, me nikimake 700 yangu, najua hii 200 hii ni yangu ya mine to keep. The rule of paying yourself first. And paying yourself first doesn't mean kujirudishia shukrani, because that's what people think. Paying yourself first, it means saving for future tomorrow. So now, back to AI and artificial intelligence and the skills that you're gonna learn. It takes time. And the compounding effect of learning a digital skill has very great returns. I will not lie to you.
In fact, one of the topics I'm really getting to enjoy in 2025 is artificial intelligence.
Yes.
You know, there are AI tools, like for everything.
Yes.
Usually, I started generating images.
I've been saying those. I've been sewing. I've been sewing. But you know,
take a sip of water, take a sip of tea.
Na ni ile chai yenye iko na nini?
That you've been sewing those things.
Okay. I've been sewing those things. It's quite a terrible thing.
Nitakutumia kadhaa, but is a slip of the tongue. That is forgivable. Now,
ulimi yangu imelala sana.
Okay. So the images I've been using, but why is that thing so funny? Okay. I've been sewing. So I've been using AI to generate images.
Mutalipa entertainment fee.
Tutalipa entertainment fee. Comedy.
Yes.
I've been using AI to generate those images. And the funny thing is that kuna mtu anafikiria, there's a guy who was asking me, hizi picha unapigiwa wapi? And I was telling the guy, it's si ati kuna mahali napigiwa, it's just utilizing AI itself. And surprisingly, I found it that a lot of people don't know everything about don't know the application of artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
And like in 2025, a skill that is getting to be so common is becoming a generative AI specialist. Like you can use AI to generate social media posts.
Yes.
Like unaona hii podcast yote, I can transcribe it within less than 5 minutes using AI.
Correct.
In the past, si ulikuwa unasikia hizi jobs za transcription na sijui nini?
Yes.
You had to pay someone to listen to it and transcribe it. But now, it's going to take, like, this whole thing can probably be like 40 or 50 minutes. AI can utilize like 5 minutes, transcribe it fully for you.
Yes.
Then you take the same transcript, you put it on ChatGPT, and then you get like an analysis of the same.
Yes.
And you can use the entire transcript to even create social media posts. You can imagine the number of opportunities that creates.
Yeah.
Data analysts to utilize artificial intelligence, social media content, social media creators who utilize, social media managers who can be able to like create social media posts.
Yes.
Guys in copywriting, guys who can actually even do like AI transcription.
Yeah.
There are people who don't know. Yeah, these tools are there.
One thing about generative AI is here to help in the conventional what are they called? Professions,
and they are repetitive tasks.
Yes,
like data entry.
Yeah,
things that you don't need to waste time doing.
So now, if you take AI as your helper, like you have one extra, like it's like you have 2 extra hands. So you'll be working faster as compared to the person who is using the old methods.
I heard someone say that AI is a servant looking for a master.
Correct. So easy, go ask ChatGPT to make a profile of you using the information that you have fed it. It will describe you to the core.
To the
core.
I tell you, recently, you know me, I don't like to be selfish with information because I don't believe in information being something that you can deny someone. recently I've been trying to rebrand my agency to a digital marketing agency that utilizes AI.
Yes.
And I've learned that in Kenya, for you to be unique in business, you have to come up with new ideas.
Yeah.
So I came up with an idea I call transcription-based content creation, where instead of like, to say you're a CEO in a company,
yes.
Let's say you're in a managerial position, you're a freelancer, you're a content creator, you lack content ideas that you can post on social media.
Yes.
So what we do is that we have weekly or monthly meetings,
yes,
where we have a meeting like 1 hour.
Yes.
We record the entire meeting.
Yes.
We record the sound.
Yes.
Like we can even have a physical conversation where you have you're mic'd up, I'm mic'd up. Ni kama tuna shoot podcast.
Correct.
Now, after doing all that, we will transcribe that audio.
Yes.
When we've transcribed it, we've understood your tone.
Yes.
The way you talk.
Yes.
So we're going to use artificial intelligence tools to craft social media posts and create a content calendar for you.
Yes.
Do you know how many people we've gotten as clients so far? Quite a number. Like size was because like 3 or 4 guys.
Wow.
And you see, the funny thing is, you can even charge as a minimum of 25,000 for that.
That's the same thing that I do with when it comes to corporate shooting.
And how many people do you need? Do you think you need that? You don't need 2 people.
2 people and the month is okay.
You need 1 person who can do the meetings.
Yes.
Listen to the client.
Yes.
And then number 2, mtu wa create hizo social media posts.
Correct.
And then your clients pay you each 30,000. 30,000. If you get a global client and they pay you like $500.
Yeah. Uko sawa. And when it comes to maybe something like corporate content creation, I've been telling people big time, approach the bulk shooting or the bulk content creation positively, because it will help you big time. So now, you're a brand that needs marketing content for the next 2 months. I sit you down and I tell you, each and every time that you're gonna be shooting a promotion video, it's gonna be costing you 20,000. But now we can sit down and have a full length video of you talking about whatever it is that you do, of you talking about your business, of you talking about your services, you being an expert in the field. Maybe that video will cost you, let's say, 100,000 roughly, but you have content for 2 months. Now imagine each and every week we were to shoot a simple video that could have costed you 20,000. A month we have 4 weeks, that is 80,000. The next month we have 4 weeks, that is 160,000. So you have saved 60,000. Sasa hizo 60,000, that is what you take, bring another person on board who will help with the distribution of the content that has been produced.
It's creating jobs for people.
Yeah, exactly. So even with the transcription bit and all that, once you invite a person for that meeting, you transcribe that whole thing. You won't call that person for a meeting for the next maybe 2 weeks or 3 weeks.
You will not.
So now you have saved them money, time, and you have added them a leeway in their budget to bring in someone else who has other expertise that you don't have to help push this other content further.
True.
But people don't really think in those lines. People too rigid.
Very rigid, by the way. Now, speaking on the same, I also think it's a high time companies and corporations started telling their employees to reskill. Kuna watu wanaajiriwa, someone takes a mortgage at 20 years. They don't know that in 5 years they're going to be fired.
Yeah.
You get? Like sometimes we do, I don't want to call it useless or fake and things that don't make sense, but I tend to think it's a high time that companies, organizations, okay, generally, let's say employers, encourage your people to skill up. Encourage them to start learning new skills.
Yes.
Because you realize like majority of the people, like unapata, someone has been in a company for 10 years, they've not learned any skills.
Yes.
They still have the same mindset. My degree, my job, my certificate, my job, everything. They forget that we are now in an era where skills are very, very important. You realize, like an example is, how long do you think it takes for someone to reskill or even probably upskill? It can even take you like 3 months.
Sure.
But you see, people are so lazy, especially when unajua kuna mshahara at the end of the month. You don't think ahead.
Yeah.
You just think at the end of the month.
Yes.
And I was looking at it in this perspective. Most people also now think that going back to school and getting a higher diploma is going to give you the CEO position. Right now I've come to realize that it's not even that.
Yes.
You might find it funny that someone who has soft skills, because I've realized the document also sensitized on soft skills.
Yes.
Like social skills.
Yes.
Teamwork, critical thinking, creative thinking, communication skills. Hizo ndo vitu watu hawana. Business acumen.
Yeah.
Creativity generally.
Yeah.
But then, almost every human being is creative. Like if I gave you a single room, nikwambie you have 300,000 Kenya shillings.
Yes.
Rembesha.
Yeah.
Believe me, the creative mindset is going to.
Yeah.
You get.
And by the way, all of us will do something that is unique, very different from
the other person.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, it's sensitizing on people not to really have that mentality of job. Because you realize that people have let me say, you tell someone to learn a skill,
yes,
and the only thing they think about is a job.
Yeah.
It's not how I will take this skill, take what I have learned,
yes,
and convert it into something that can make me some money. You go and learn how to use artificial intelligence tools. You don't have to start rushing around looking for certificates, looking for jobs.
Yeah.
Like I was telling someone the other day, you've learned how to use Canva. What good does it do you to go to a company and tell them that you're looking for a job? They will tell you we don't need graphic design at the moment. But what if you started freelancing? You get. So in as much as people are reskilling, and I think companies also hate that.
They do.
I think honestly companies don't like when you reskill.
They do
because when you reskill,
you become expensive. Or
probably you become someone who can be poached by someone else.
Exactly.
And I think it's a very bad attitude. Like for me, every person I have in my company or the people who work for me,
yes,
I'm always that person who tells you, listen, I'm not going to be working with you for the next 2 years. 1 year, you're done.
Yes.
Uchomoke. And by the time you're done, you're going out to start your own business.
Correct.
Not to stay here. There are people who are dependent on you. And you find that unalemewa kuwa fire because unagai sasa huyu ataenda wapi.
Yeah. By the way,
have you ever realized that?
when you look at how you're working with your people, you find that the reason as to why you're working with them, not necessarily because of what they're bringing to the company, but because you're wondering, if I fire them, where will they go?
They might kill me.
Yeah. It's a good thing to have as a human, but as a business person, it might drag your business down.
It's not even sustainable.
It's not even sustainable because, I mean, if you're paying someone, they're supposed to bring value to the company, right? So now, when it comes to even I've lost the trail of thought with that, but when it comes to upskilling, it's something that first of all, the human resource part of your company needs to be in tune with your thinking as the CEO. You being a CEO who is not well endowed in making people work for you. Actually, what I wanted to say is the people that will become CEOs, not the people that are qualified on paper, but anyone who is has the ability to make people want to work for them, have people skills. Like people they just want to work for you. You don't know why, but they just want to work for you. But in the real sense, you know exactly why people want to work for you, because you have people skills. You do proper appraisals. You allow people to upskill. You show them the importance, how important they are to the company, without necessarily leaving all the power with them, so that they can sabotage your company. So, because at the end of the day, sometimes people are greedy. They might take advantage of that. Nikitoka hapa, hii kampuni inaanguka. But having people skills, as a CEO, people will be willing to work for you.
That's an important thing that you're saying, because I think people don't have people conversational skills.
Yes.
People management skills.
Yes.
Teamwork skills.
Yes.
Like, I was giving this example recently to a few guys, and I was telling them how you might be the best freelancer or you might be the best at something.
Yes.
But since you don't know how to relate with people, you're never going to get any money. You see how this introvert mindset that you have. I mean, an introvert, I don't like people. You get? You're an introvert until usote unaanza kuwika kama chiriku huku, yeah?
By the way, mimi sijaiona nini landlord introvert end month.
These guys are very, they talk.
I
also think that if you're a business person,
yes,
I think people skills, communication skills, generally soft skills,
yes,
Aish, hizo ni vitu unafaa kukuwa nazo at your fingertips.
By the way, if you're an introvert, tell us if your needs are also introverted.
Hey,
because
I was looking at this situation the other day,
yes.
And I was thinking, assuming you owned like flats, umepigiwa saa 8 usiku,
yes.
Umeambiwa there's a transformer that has blown. You're a business person.
Yes.
Do you know the first thing you're going to start thinking of is how you're going to solve that? Because that is danger. People will start leaving your house, and then you will tell the guys like your caretakers and everything, start apologizing to telling them, hey, don't worry, all this is going to be sorted. Just start putting the information out there.
Yeah.
And I sat down and I said, okay, running a business is one thing.
Yeah.
You can start a business, but since you don't know how to relate with people, that business is going to crumble.
Yeah.
That landlord is going to do everything there is. Atafikiria, okay. Whatever the backup generator nifanye hivi na hivi na hivi. You see, it needs critical thinking skills.
Yeah.
And then the landlord is going to be around. Around probably doing nothing.
Yeah.
But inaonyeshana this person is like caring about the tenants.
Yes. He's concerned.
He's very concerned.
One of the most proficient writers when it comes to people skills is Dale Carnegie. Dale Carnegie says everyone wants
how to win friends and influence people.
Yes. Everyone wants to feel important. Everyone. If you can just understand that, and each and every time and each and every person you meet, make them feel more important than you, you will win everyone.
Although I learned that concept recently, nilikutana na jamaa, he follows me on TikTok.
Yeah.
Said, hey Elvis, I like your stuff. Yeah. Nikamwambia thanks. Then I told him, what do you think I should improve?
Yes. And watch them give you idea.
Morio mse aliniangushia words. I did a video and I followed what he told me. And that guy, I tell you, felt important.
Yes.
Like I realized you like it's like if you're a CEO or if you're someone who runs a business.
Yes.
Be the last one to speak.
Correct.
Give everyone a chance to tell you this is my problem, this is my issue. Make everyone feel heard.
And by the way, people might be wondering, where did we sway and start speaking about entrepreneurship and all those things? Is because part of the things that have been talked about in that document is soft skills.
Very important soft skills.
People skills is a soft skill that really needs to be well instilled in the mind of a person who really wants to grow. Because the next frontier in entrepreneurship, in growth, in tech, in health, in everything else, the person that will win is the person that has the ability to win people.
Winning people.
Yes.
Very, very important.
Yes.
Now, as we conclude, I just have a few things to say for me. I think it's the high time that people sat down and started understanding that you need to start reskilling.
Yes.
You need to start working on improving on your skill set.
Yes.
You need to start forgetting the idea of certifications and papers.
Yes.
You need to start forgetting about the whole idea of a traditional job. There is that traditional job is not
has no
there.
Security.
And then I think it's also important for people to also get to understand that what you portray on social media is a direct correlation of what you could portray if you're employed.
Correct.
So having a good personal brand is going to dictate whether you might get the job or whether you might be someone who gets employed.
Correct.
And the fascinating thing is that it's not so hard for people to reskill. Like for me, I say, you want to learn social media management. Achana na curriculum. What is social media management?
Yes.
What is in the economy? Learn the necessary things. You want to learn web development.
Yes.
So which are some of the projects that you can do? I can develop websites for institutions. I can develop mobile applications.
Yes.
So how do I do it? YouTube. How to develop how to develop a mobile application.
Yes.
You start getting the P's and Q's of how to do it.
Correct.
And ideally people think that learning a skill is like going to class for 2 years. I can come to you, nikaya na wewe, niseme I'm going to DB Studios today.
Yes.
Niketi na wewe nione, Kwani how do you think I learned graphic design?
Watch and learn.
Mimi nilikuwa naona the lady who employed me, her name was Rachel. She used to say something about Corel Draw.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, nikaona hapana, let me try Photoshop. And it's pole you pick up these skills, then she comes and tells you change these, fanya hivi, weka margins, fanya hivi. create a menu.
Yes.
And that's how you learn. Again, also embrace the aspect of utilizing technology.
Yes.
I mean, tunaambia there is a lot of information online. But it is until you take the initiative to sit down and learn that you will just consume that information and grasp it. But overall, just prepare yourself.
Yes.
2030 isikugonge uanze kwenda ushago because you're old. You don't know how to use you huwezi fanya Zoom meeting.
Yes.
You can't use something like Google Meet. You can't even create a PowerPoint presentation. I mean, start learning some of these basic skills before you're actually phased out of the job market.
Yeah.
Yes.
According to the document, by 2030, 90 million jobs will be lost, but 172 million new jobs will be created out of technology. 172.
Okay.
So it's upon you to either decide whether you'll be among the 90 million going home or the 172 million finding their new spots in the current world of tech and innovation. Because in each and every big innovation or each and every big leap in civilization, people go home and other new things come up.
Yeah.
But the people that really stand the test of time are the ones that are adapting each and every day. So adaptability is very important. Keep on learning, keep on reskilling, upscaling, everything. Like the knowledge we know right now, maybe in 10 years it will be obsolete because there will be other better things of doing the things that we are doing right now.
Of course.
So personally, I'm committing to always be on the know. Like, be informed. Even if it is for the sake of it, be informed.
Information.
Yeah.
Very good. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Elvis. See you in the next episode.
My name is Daddy Blessing. See you in the next one.